My name is Chloe Matera. I'm a senior, and we are at Loyola University, New Orleans. I got here, I was in high school, my senior year of high school, and my mother finally let me take a trip to New Orleans to volunteer in the lower Ninth Ward. It was a trip that my school had been putting on for about 3 years. Every year I asked my mother. She finally let me go my senior year. That was about in April. I fell in love with the city so much that I went back home and just found every single possible school that I could go into. Loyola, I applied. They had a rolling admission, which was great for me because I really wanted to be here. And I applied. They called me, which I really liked because everyone else was giving me letters or not talking to me really, but they called me, they left me a voicemail, and I remember very distinctly screaming at such a pitch that I'm not sure was possible until that time. And then I called my mom and repeated that pitch to her. And I think that was the beginning of my mom's upset with New Orleans for taking her baby away from New Jersey. So yeah, that's how I got here. I am an English, film, and digital media major, but I have a minor in music industry studies here at Loyola. I want to be a writer, without a doubt in my mind. It's what I've always done. It's what I always want to do. I always say that the English department taught me how to be a writer, and the music industry department taught me how to be a businesswoman. I also worked for bands in New Orleans, and music industry did help me with that, very much so. But as an artist myself, which writers, but as a writer myself, I do believe that I would not know half the stuff that I could do to make money as a writer as I do now. I would love to be writing for a magazine or a newspaper, or for myself. I would love to be in a great city. If it can't be New Orleans, which I really want it to be New Orleans, I would love to go, back home with my family and my dog, and check out this New York City and stuff like that. Because I live so close to it when I'm in Jersey, so it's kind of hard to avoid it. But I don't have an exact plan, but I know that I want to be in a major city writing and checking out all the music there and meeting people, and yeah. I just don't imagine my college life being productive or exciting or useful anywhere else. I was accepted to other schools. It's not that Loyola was my only option. I chose to come here. I fell in love with this place. I had opportunities to transfer. I never wanted to. It's something about this school. It's something about the students. It's something about the faculty. It's something about the staff. I mean, they all want you to be here. They all are excited for you to be here. I'm sorry, I'm choking up a little bit because it's my last year. But it's great. I mean, this is ridiculous. Why am I crying? Yeah, I don't imagine myself anywhere else. My first year living on campus, I was in Beaver Hall, and I had a great roommate. We had a great floor. We were always interacting with each other. We all had different friend groups. We all had different interests and everything, but we all still had one thing in common, and it was that we all came here. We all decided to come here, and we all love it here. And I just think that you put out into the world what you want back in, and everyone at this school is, giving out the rest of the same stuff that I want to give out, and the same stuff that I want to take in. Every student here wants to be here and likes it here. And I feel like that allows for this school to have a great sense of community. And, I don't have to know you to say hi to you. We'll all still say hi to each other. And that, for me, coming from a very small, all-girls Catholic school from New Jersey, when I graduated with 66 kids in my class, it was very important for me to have that same kind of community feeling, the same kind of, you know, love, I guess. I mean, I wanted to know that I was going into an atmosphere and an environment that was accepting and not judging in any way. I interviewed at other schools, I visited other schools, and I felt that there, but I didn't feel it when I came here. The first time I came to the campus was my orientation, and being immersed so quickly in who my classmates were going to be and who my upperclassmen were going to be and some of the professors that were on campus, it was immediately, I knew I was coming here. I love the faculty here. Every professor that I've had thus far has always been willing to help me out in any way. You know, if I was having a rough semester, they understood and they helped me in any way that they could. If I was having a rough day, they helped me in any way that they could. If I was having a great day, they made it that much better. I'm close with a lot of professors here, and I see them as my friends and my colleagues. They're not just this authoritative figure that, you know, teaches me things. I talk to them, and they're just someone else in my life that I can go to, or they can come to me, kind of thing. It's great. I believe that you learn from everything around you, and what I love about the music industry is that they completely understand that they can't teach you everything in a classroom, and they encourage you to go out and do it for yourself. I had an internship with Voodoo last year, and I remember I was in my Intro to Music Industry Studies class, and I had to miss one of the classes to go to my internship. My professors were completely fine with it. They said, "Why are you still here?" in fact. It's just, they do put an emphasis on education, but they also put an emphasis on being your own person and being your own entrepreneur and doing the things that you need to do to get to where you want to be. And that's so invaluable. You cannot put a price on that at all. There are a lot of internship possibilities, and the Career Development Center here also works very hard to get resources and connections for you. And not just the Career Development Center, but the professors here have connections as well. I mean, everyone here is working to get you help, to get you into the professional world, to get you into the industry. I heard about Voodoo when I was in Forum, our music industry forum that we have every Monday night. I heard about the festival, knew about it, never thought that I could work at it. And next thing you know, I'm backstage near the artist tents, filling out Pearl Jam's rider and like getting Eddie Vedder or whatever he needed. It was great. I mean, New Orleans has every musical opportunity ever. You could work in a venue, you could work at a festival, you can make your own music. There are so many studios here, there are so many musicians here, that it's impossible not to find a job or find an internship or find something that you like to do. Yeah, my sophomore year, I met South Jones, the collective South Jones. I had only known the drummer before then, had no idea that he played an instrument. And then all of a sudden my friends were like, "Hey, you want to go to Jackson's show?" Yes, I do. Went there, met them, and they were great automatically. I just knew that, and I went up to them and I said, "Hey, do you have a website? Do you need help with that?" Because that's what I was learning in my English classes, my film and digital media classes. How to make a website, how to write for a website, stuff like that. And they just kind of looked at me like, "Yeah, sure, of course." So I just started working with them on their web presence, and and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, I was like, I want to see you guys more. Can I book you guys shows? Like, do you mind? Do they mind? They were like, yeah, of course. And then it just kind of evolved into, then we were in the studio and I was hanging out, and you know, we were strategizing and thinking about what's next and stuff like that. And I am forever grateful to them for being such great people, and for introducing me to a whole other side of this city. They're not students here, and they're not a Loyola band or anything, but they are a band in this city, working and recording and putting out EPs and about to be a full-length album. And they showed me a whole other side to the music industry in this city that I needed to see and wanted to see, and I'm forever grateful to them for letting me work with them. It was such a great opportunity, and I mean, they're still my best friend. I love them to death. They're great. Visit the schools. I got lucky. I saw Loyola University passing on St. Charles when my little group came to visit and volunteer in the 9th Ward. I definitely say visit schools, because that's the only way that you're going to know how you feel about the school, and visit when school is in session. And just do your research. I mean, what are other people talking about it? What are other people saying about it, rather? And, you know, talk to the students when you come to visit. And also just, you don't have to know exactly what you want to do, but have a general idea. And this school will definitely help you figure that out as well, I think. I mean, it helped me figure it out. I came in here thinking I wanted to read books all day and be a publisher, and, you know, that was the only thing. I wanted to go to this big book publishing company and be an editor, but it's not what I want to do anymore. It was like, I want to be the writer. I want to, you know, it's changed everything that I thought was real when I first got here. It's great.
So what do you write?
I write fiction mostly, but I also work in nonfiction with music reviews, music interviews. I write just nonfiction stories as well. Anything that I could, anything that I think I could write that day, I'm gonna write it. And then I do. This city, I love this city so much that I have even chosen this city over my family multiple times before. Sorry, Mom. But just this city affects you in so many ways, and to describe it in a short clip, I don't know how. You just have to get here. I mean, the second I stepped out of the airport, first, I was gasping for air because it was so hot, and I never experienced that before in my life. Next, I loved it, and I was just at the airport. I was in Kenner somewhere. The airport, I had no idea where I was, and we were just driving through, and you fall in love with this city hard and fast, and you will not get that piece of your heart back, ever. Ever. I'm writing a collection of short stories now, and I'm also adding multimedia elements to it. I'm working on it so that it could be counted as a transmedia project. So I want to add a full-length album soundtrack to it. So I want to find a band that could kind of produce that for me and everything. I want this to be a fully immersive kind of experience. When you're reading this, you're also hearing it and you're also seeing it, kind of thing. So I also want to film some scenes from the book, or scenes that you don't have in the book that you could put, that, you know, you look at and you watch these things, and it helps you understand the original work as a whole. So the collection of short stories in the beginning. Yeah, it's great. I'm working on it with Dr. Timothy Welsh in the English department right now. And Billy O'Connell, actually, one of the bands he manages, he has done transmedia projects with them. And it's so great just talking to Billy about, what different kind of things that we could do and all that stuff. I mean, it's not just the English department that I'm working on this project in. It's this one, it's everyone. All the common curriculum classes that I'm taking right now, I'm taking for my thesis. They're all for research in my thesis right now. And it's so great that I could just come to school, and if I have to take common curriculum classes, I could put it towards good use. I mean, it's great. I never complained about the common curriculum classes because I always used them for something else, whether for my own kind of knowledge or for this thesis. I never was upset with them. I love them so much. They're useful to me. If I'm here, I'm killing two birds with one stone. What's better than that?